Hello friends, we are jumping right into another tutorial. I'm going to take the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Original and put that all over my eye. And then I'm going to take the Ben Nye Cream Colors in White and put that all over my eye as well, just blend it out with my finger. Then I'm going to set it with the white from the James Charles palette, just using my big fluffy BH brush. Then I'm going to take this bright, like limey green and put that all up in the crease. I'm going to kind of do like a circular shape on the top, but then angle it out at the end, if that makes sense, kind of like wing it out. And I just really wanted this shade to be like bright and vibrant, nice and built up, so I just kept going in and building it up. And I will say it did take a while to build it up to get it like really bright. And I'm using this little like, I don't even know what you would call this. It's kind of like an angled brush, but it's like flat. It's from Profusion. And then I'm just taking this like little piece of cardboard and using it to create a sharp edge with my eyeshadow. But I didn't use tape because I wanted a little bit of a softer look than what tape would give me. So now I'm taking that darker matte green in the James Charles palette, and I'm using my BH Cosmetics brush from the Smoky Eye Essential Kit to place that green shade in my crease and a little bit in the outer V, and just kind of blending it into the lighter green. And I went in a couple times to build up that color as well. And then I went back to the lighter green and put it on that Profusion brush to blend the two shades together. Now moving on to the Subculture palette, I'm taking that dark, deep, like olivey matte shade and putting that all over my lid. Now, this shade, it looked really good when I first put it on, but it kind of did this weird thing where it like oxidized and it got like darker on my lid the longer it was on there. All the shades in this palette did that for me. I don't really know if oxidize is the right word, but all these shades do that for me every time I use them. They just like gradually get darker the longer they're on my eye. So I ended up putting the glitter over top of this, which you're about to see me start to do in a second when I realized that it was getting too dark. So I took the NYX Glitter Glue and I just squeezed a little bit out of my hand. I took a little BH Cosmetics brush, this is from that Smoky Eye Essentials kit as well, and I just smoothed the glitter glue over my lid where I wanted the glitter to go. And then I took that golden green duochrome glitter in the Subculture palette called Electric. And I first started to apply with my finger because it's kind of a chunky glitter, so you really gotta like blend it out. But I moved on to the brush so I could have a bit more precision. And then I went back to the like crease brush to blend the matte and the glitter in the center of the lid. Now I'm lining my eyes. This is the Milani, what is this called? It's like Electric Tech eyeliner. I think that's what it's called. I'll put it in the description. And I'm just doing like a wing, well, kind of more like a angled like cat eye. And I'm just putting on mascara. This is the Rimmel London Scandal Eyes. This mascara is messy as hell, and it can very easily get pretty clumpy on you, but it does look really nice. It does make your lashes look really like full and voluminous, but it's like so messy. Now I'm putting on primer. This is the Lancome Prep and Base, and I accidentally did that when I was trying to squeeze it out. The reason I didn't use my fingers was because I had like the glitter all over them, so I figured I would try to be cute and do that, but it backfired. But I blended the primer in with my e.l.f. sponge just because, like I said, there was glitter all over my hands. I'm highlighting my brow bone real quick. I'm using that like nudish shade, Dawn, in the Subculture palette, and then I'm using the BH Cosmetics Fluffy blending brush to blend that shade out underneath my brow bone. Now I'm gelling down my brow hairs. This is the e.l.f. brow gel in dark brown. Now I'm taking this like reddish orangey shade from the James Charles palette and putting that in between the light green and the brow bone highlight to kind of like fuse those shades together and, you know, like provide a transition between the two colors, kind of like a gradient. And now I'm putting on foundation. This is Maybelline Fit Me, Matte and Poreless in 358. The shade name is, I think it's Java. And I'm blending this out with my like mini e.l.f. blending brush. I don't know why, but I feel like this foundation looks a lot better with a blending brush versus like a sponge, because I feel like the sponge just kind of like eats up all your coverage. But I did go in with the e.l.f. sponge and I added some more foundation to build up the coverage a bit, and then I blended it in with that e.l.f. sponge. And now I'm concealing. I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind, and I think the shade is called Nutmeg. And I'm just highlighting the half-inch of my face, you know, the center of my forehead, down my nose bridge, my cupid's bow, and the center of my chin, and then my under eyes. I don't think this concealer is going to do a whole lot of highlighting for me as far as like on my face, but it'll definitely be good on my under eyes because of the like orangey tone to it to help, you know, cancel out those dark circles. I set the other highlighted areas on my face first so that the concealer could, you know, like dry down a little bit more. I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focused Pressed Powder in Dark Cocoa. I'm just taking this small Sephora powder brush to like really build that powder up on the face. And now I'm just going to blend out my under eyes. And I'm going to set them with the AOA Studios Perfect Loose Setting Powder. This is in the color Warm. Then I went back to that light green shade and that profusion brush, and I just started to build this shade up on my lower lash line, and I just kind of kept building it, and then I went with the darker green and built that up, and the same with the green from the Subculture palette. Moving on to contouring, I'm using the ABH Stick Foundation in Cool Earth. I'm just putting a little bit of that on you know, my cheekbones and like around my forehead, down the sides of my nose, and underneath the jawline a bit. And now I'm just blending that out with that same e.l.f. sponge. I'm using the like edge of it now. And now I am setting that contour with the e.l.f. Contour Kit in Dark. I'm using that dark matte shade. And I'm using a Wet n Wild contouring brush, one of the pink and white brushes. And now I'm just going back to the Rimmel London Skindle Eyes Mascara, and I'm doing my lower lash line. And I'm just going to blend that powder out now that I have my under eyes completely done. And I'm just going to set the contour on my nose using that same color from the e.l.f. Contour Kit. Now I'm going to put on some blush. I'm taking the e.l.f. blush kit, and I'm taking that lightest shade in the corner, and then I mix the other two like more pink and peach ones. Just blended those all together. Now I'm setting the rest of my face because I forgot to. I'm using that same Wet n Wild Photo Focused Press Powder. I'm just taking a little bit and setting all the areas that I didn't set. And now I'm going to highlight. This is the Becca Champagne Pop like mini highlighter. And I'm just using my e.l.f. highlighting brush to, apply that to my cheekbones. And then I just highlighted my cupid's bow in the bottom of my lip and the tip of my nose and the bridge of it. And I'm taking this same highlighter and that little brush I had used earlier on my eyes to just highlight my inner corner with that gold. And now, moving on to lips, I'm using the Too Faced Melted Chocolate liquid lip color, and this is Chocolate Honey, I think. And I put that on, and I left it alone, but I did go in later and add a lip liner. I used the C'est La Vie lip liner in Blackberry, just because I thought the lip color looked a little too light. And then I just set my face. Thanks for watching, guys.